Chiquinha, Chiquinha.
Go check out the room.
Chiquinha.
Okay, I'm the content creator for this channel. If you like what I'm doing, just subscribe and then also hit the that little bell. That means you're gonna get notified of other videos that I do. Okay, so we are in Macau, and sometimes I film over here, and straight ahead there's the big statue of Guanyin, and I filmed another one of her in that whole area before. And but this one we're kind of walking through the park already, and we're walking over to the other side. And I'm just going to show, you know, whatever I see here that I think might be interesting to you guys. There's like donations for clothing to help others, so used clothing bin, Salvation Army recycling program. So these things are kind of international, right? But yeah, they have those here too, of course. And then here's a promotion of artists in Macau, so this is also kind of interesting as well. You can see this one is Chinese and then also in Portuguese, so it's written in both languages. And it looks like all these artists are all Chinese. Bruno Kwan might be Malcanese maybe. But anyways, got some kind of cool artwork, and yeah, and this is a building that I almost never go visit for no apparent reason. And we're just gonna walk into this area a little bit. Looks like some guy's parked right here. CTM vehicle. Looks like he might be just taking a nap. There's another CTM vehicle, so maybe they must be a CTM office here. Maybe that's building over here, CTM. CTM is basically where you get your cable from, cable TV. So I think they are the only ones that do it in the whole city. So pretty much every single person that gets cable here gets CTM. This is from the typhoon damage. So actually all of these, I went through here after the typhoon. There's every fall there's pretty bad typhoons that come through, and 2 years ago there was a devastating one, and a year ago it was not as bad, but still trees went down. But 2 years ago, like, I went through here and almost this whole thing was just all these trees were you know, pretty much destroyed. There's quite a few more around here, but actually some of the cement is lifted up, so that kind of makes me think that maybe some trees were lifted and broke up the cement maybe, and then they put it back together. Just kind of a guess. But yeah, I think I remember walking in here, and I think maybe there was more forestry kind of stuff in here. Like this looks like this is a brand new tree that was up. But you know, usually these big banyan trees had a lot of roots. And it looks like all that stuff was, like this is, looks like there's definitely roots that may even still be under there, you know, that were underground. But anyways, yeah, this whole park was just filled with, everything was just over and done. Some more roots. But yeah, now when you look at it, it just looks like just a normal park, but those big banyan trees over there were pretty much everywhere. And now there's all these kind of newer trees. Looks like they maybe put them up afterwards, and they're quite a bit smaller. So, but anyways, it's a nice little park in here. I think this guy might live here. Looks like it. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna basically just walk all the way down like that, and this is basically under the bridge right here. Yeah, and actually this park is kind of cool in my opinion. This one that we're gonna be walking into. So you can see the landmark casino right straight ahead with all the red lanterns. There's a big piece of artwork right here, this big blue. I don't know what that means, but okay. And then over here there's more artwork, this red one right here too. So we're gonna walk over there in a minute. So okay, have to get across this traffic, which is a little bit dangerous because people can come around both sides real quick. But not impossible for sure. Then I always like this red, I don't know what you call it, like art installation, I guess. And there's a big landmark casino. Never been in there before. But I've definitely walked over here before and sat down here. And actually it's kind of interesting. I don't know why, but it's always just kind of like this big red theme like this. It's photogenic for one. And these chairs kind of swivel around, right? So yeah, Landmark Casino. So yeah. And actually I guess these trees all kind of give shade. So actually, even though the rain can go right through this red part pretty easily, I've never felt, I don't know, for some reason it feels like you're kind of protected, and I guess it's because the trees are up there. But yeah, so if you like this channel and you like what I'm doing, just subscribe, make some comments. Basically what happens is if nobody makes any comments or says anything or likes anything, then it'll just kind of go, the video will just go into obscurity and nobody will know anything about it. So so if you're interested in what I'm doing and the video and the work that I'm creating here, yeah, just make some comments. Like, just say anything you want to say. Like, just tell me places you want me to go see, and I'll go do it. But it creates some discussion, and then it puts it into the algorithm so that other people can find it more easily. Otherwise, it just doesn't get recommended. It doesn't really get seen. It just kind of like ceases to exist, basically. So yeah, actually, for all your YouTubers that you like out there, especially if they're kind of unknowns like my own, yeah, just make sure you show some support. So okay, I'll kind of describe this a little bit, but there's this big gate right here, which is where the road is at, which is kind of cool because like, there's a lot of mainland tourists, and they don't really I've been in mainland China, and they kind of just go all over the place on the roads. So like, these things kind of they're kind of a barrier, so people have to, you know, they won't try to run over this gate, through the water and over that gate. So anyways, I think it's kind of gated like that. And then also, you know, for people that have kids or people just want to relax, you can actually sit in here, and you know, basically nobody's going to bother you. Almost nobody comes through. It's kind of cool, I think. And right here is Star World Casino. Lots of little benches that are always empty, so if you ever wanted somewhere to sit in here, like, you have a lot of spaces for that. And I think what I'm gonna do, a lot of people, they cross over here, and but there's another park that goes right here, and I think I'm gonna just follow that park for this video, so you can see how this all operates. But yeah, so you have a casino here, Wynn Casino. MGM is the one way down there with a lion. I don't know if you can see that one. We're gonna try to cut across these people right here in a minute. So yeah, so this is Star World. This is Landmark is there. Thought my camera went down. So Landmark is there. Star World is there. I think this one's Wynn. There's the Wynn sign. And we're gonna walk through this other park too. So this just kind of continues right along, right? Got more Portuguese stuff. Okay, so basically my camera died, but I'm just going to continue here. So we have the Star World, we have MGM, Wynn over here, and then I was just going down this one, and then my camera passed away. My battery did, so I have another battery, luckily, and I luckily caught it in time. But yeah, a lot of people will exercise here, so you'll see this whole little strip of places like that. These are the tiles I was just filming right before the camera stopped, which is also pretty cool too. And then I was just about to film this one, which is kind of cool. This is Jose dos Santos Ferreira. So yeah, it's kind of cool. These Portuguese guys, right? So this guy's born in Macau in 1919, passed away in Hong Kong in 1993, born to a Portuguese father and Macanese mother. He was Macanese poet and of distinction that wrote in Patois local dialect. And so he lived in Macau up until he died, when he wrote like plays and radio shows, and okay, yeah, so pretty cool. So they honored him in 1999 with a statue. So yeah, it's kind of funny, 1993. Feels like a long time ago, but actually I would have been already, I would have been just a couple years away from moving to Asia. So I came to Asia in 1996, so feels like a long time ago, but okay, so this is kind of, check out some of these. So these things are almost never used, or the swivel chairs, but these parks are amazing, but they're just this is kind of like secluded a little bit, so people don't really think about it as an option of somewhere to hang out. And actually, to be honest, I've lived here since So right now it's 2019, 2013, and I almost never come in here myself. It's a little bit hard because, you know, you're kind of near the casinos, so, you know, like, this is a little bit more tourist oriented. So they would come in here more. Tourists would come through trying to get between the casinos across the roads. So, sometimes they kind of wander in here thinking that this is a way to get over there, and it's not. It's hard to get out of this park once you're in it, basically. Which is probably one of the reasons that I almost never come in here, because you have to make an effort to do it. But when you're in here, it's pretty cool. I mean, look at that. Look at that building too. You never see that building from this angle. President Casino is right there. And then of course this one is kind of an iconic one, so you see this in a lot of different stuff because it's so different, right? And the Wynn will have light shows, and there's actually a playground over here. So so people with kids can bring them over here, and you have so much, you have these guardrails all the way over here that run on both sides. So they make it kind of hard to get into the park. But if someone has kids and they want their kids to run around and not be too stressed out, this is also a good place for that, because they can't really get too far. They can't get into the traffic very easily. They'd have to go around, or I guess try to climb the fence if they're a little bit older. So, okay. Sleeping in there. All this exercise equipment again. Oh, this guy's sleeping there too. There's a guy sleeping there and a guy sleeping there. So I guess they're I guess they found somewhere to not pay for a hotel. I guess maybe they lost their money in the casinos, I guess. Okay, also the Grand Prix goes through here too. So this will be closed off, and they'll put like a grandstands in this area. I don't know how they do it, but they'll put a grandstands in, and they can watch the Grand Prix as they go through the city. It's like another Portuguese guy. Nice suit, nice beard. And as you can see, I'm growing my beard as well. It's not as good as his, but I am growing one anyways. Okay. Bathrooms. Yeah, this is like crazy in here because this is the other side of Lisboa. Old chairs. I mean, it's just crazy in here because you're kind of at the heart of the city, but you're in this park, and you got these, you know, beautiful banyan trees. This is what that other park I was showing you earlier in the video. You know, they would usually have these big roots, but the typhoon came through and just kind of broke apart a lot of these big trees like this. Not just the big ones, but all there's who knows how many thousands and thousands of trees, and I saw entire rows of banyan trees that were knocked over. And those banyan trees have probably been there for, you know, a few hundred years, each one, you know what I mean? Like, Macau was what, Portuguese were here for maybe 500 years, and those banyan trees were probably here the majority of that time. Maybe, you know, some of those big ones anyways. Maybe some of them even longer. I don't know how long. Yeah, actually make a comment below, you know, like look it up and tell me how long does a banyan tree live. Yeah, this park is really beautiful in here too. Yeah, I think if I remember right, I think we were basically get stuck. So when we go here, I think that basically you're stuck in here and you can't get through to that side. Look at, there's this fountain that probably nobody ever goes to or sees. But it's beautiful. And actually what I want to do is get over there. But I don't know if I'll be able to. Like, dang, I should be over here sometimes and just sitting here and reading a book. Especially when the weather's good. It's like this is all lit up with lights too. Yeah, this is funny because yeah, this is all blocked by the gate all the way around, so there's no way to get. It's beautiful trees. But yeah, if anybody comes in here, they have this to themselves pretty much. It's beautiful. Yeah, and then right here is like a underground passageway, right? Dang, I just want to get over there, but I can't, so I'll have to go back. So so probably what I'll do is I'll probably conclude this video because I basically walked the length of this. The fountain just kind of sprung up there. And okay, so I hope you enjoyed this one as well. Yeah, just subscribe, like, make a comment, maybe tell me about how long a banyan tree lives. Even if some other people have posted it, just post it, especially if the video was interesting and you got all the way here. Yeah, at least, you know, show some support for the channel at the minimum. So, okay, hope you enjoyed this one as well. I was gonna turn this on one more time because I was just thinking, you know, a lot of times people don't see what bathrooms are like, and I think there's a friend of mine that we're talking about like rating bathrooms and which bathrooms to go and like give them like, you know, kind of like how awful they are. But this is basically what this bathroom looks like, and I'll be honest with you, this is actually one of the cleaner ones. I think it's because it's kind of more remote, so it looks like it's all washed down already. All the toilet stuff is cleaned out, like the trash cans, and yeah, it's actually not too bad. And this is, I guess, just take your toilet paper and then you bring it with you. So just thought I'd at least like show you what it is. Looks like they also clean it on a regular basis, so they come by every 2 hours, it looks like. And you can see the time, then they have to open that up and sign it that they actually cleaned it. So yeah, I guess it gets cleaned every 2 hours. That's pretty cool. Anyways, something a little bit different just to share with the viewer. And yeah, I'm still gonna close down in 1 second, but I'm just gonna go over here real quick and then we'll close it at this statue, because there's a Portuguese guy with a cane, and I don't know his name, but there's actually like a dog, and I guess this guy maybe always walked around the dog, but there's a dog right there. So I don't know, that's kind of cool. And there's a name in there, but I can't really read it. It's all faded away. Anyways, it's pretty cool. Oh, and then if you can see over there, there's like fire. But I don't know if you can see that fire, but the wind is having a show right now. So they have a show every 15 minutes, I think it is. Usually I go there at night. I didn't realize they had it in the daytime too. But we're just gonna walk over there and then I'll show it. There's a guy looks like that guy was sleeping over here. Now he's over there. There was a guy that was sleeping right in there. So, okay. So this right here is a show. So there's the Wind Casino, and then there's fire right there. You can see the fire. So, yeah, so I don't know. Hope you enjoyed this one. So I don't know how I'm gonna label it, but I guess to park between the casinos maybe. Okay. So we're gonna fade out and turn this camera off. But I'm just gonna do one last thing before we do. I'm gonna skip to the black and white tiled cement, and I'm gonna put my camera right on it. And there you go. Chiquinha, chiquinha, toma cuidado da bovidinha.